Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about how I went from 0 to 40k profit in 6 months as a complete beginner with YouTube search automation. Now, first of all, I'm going to go for a little bit of background about me and what I've done before. So I've done so many different businesses. I started off when I was younger doing sneaker reselling. This is me here with a load of Yeezys. We also did stuff like Pokemon reselling, so Pokemon cards. We basically resold any items we could get, and we used like bots, stuff like that, to basically buy them. This is my old business partner here. We used to do this together. Now, sneaker reselling was cool, but like it wasn't that real of a business, and there was a lot of it was just a very tough business to be in. So we kind of transitioned over to e-commerce and dropshipping, and this is our first office here. It was literally like a shed in a garden. And we kind of worked on e-commerce, and things started to go well quite quickly. So we upgraded our office here, and then we kind of figured out a really cool e-commerce store. We got a load of team members, so we hired some friends and family to help us with the store. And yeah, this is some photos here of us building it out. So we actually built a licorice company, which is like a sweet company. Here's like some photos, behind the scenes stuff. And we grew it to a decent number. So we did more than 1.7 million pounds. It's about $2 million. With the store. So it did pretty well, and if anyone wants to check it out, the website is called My Licorice, mylicorice.co.uk. You can see there. It still runs, but essentially I kind of didn't really enjoy it that much anymore. I worked on it for a few years, and I kind of found that I was kind of bored of the e-commerce side of things, and I didn't have a lot of freedom. So I spent a lot of time working on this. It's just a very time-consuming business. There's a lot of ups and downs. So, I kind of decided, okay, I think I'm finished with doing e-commerce now. I want to try something else. So I went ahead and I sold my shares of this business to my business partner. He currently still runs it. He really loves it. He's doing very well with it. But he runs it now. I don't have anything to do with it anymore. But then I decided, I want to try some YouTube stuff. I've always had a passion for that kind of stuff, creative stuff. So I thought I'd go ahead and give it a shot. The first thing I tried was Reddit stories. Now, this isn't my channel, but we made a channel very similar to this one. We did Reddit stories, and it worked very well. We within like a month, we were doing like 3k profit with it. Very, very cool. But the problem was we got demonetized. And we tried a load of more browse channels. So we tried, I think, body cam ones, some like true crime ones. We tried a lot of things, and we kept getting demonetized. We kept getting terminated. It was just very scary. And I found that, it had a lot of manual work. It was quite hard to outsource. It's quite hard to find talent for this. You need editors, script writers, pretty difficult. And just like e-commerce, it kind of felt a little bit inconsistent. It just felt like it was really hard to predict, and I didn't like that uneasy feeling about it. So I saw a guy on Discord who was doing really insane revenue with YouTube, and it was really consistent, and it was a chart that I'd never seen before. I'd never seen a chart just like that. So I messaged him, and I paid him to mentor me on what YouTube was. And he basically told me he was doing YouTube search automation. Long story short, I went ahead and took his advice, and I really just doubled down and locked in on this business model, and it did very, very well. So here's an example of one of the channels. This isn't my channel, but it's very similar to something I would make. You basically post tutorials on things like business, and they just pay very well. I've got other videos about what YouTube search automation is that you can go watch. But what I found was that the tutorials, they were really consistent and predictable. So, you wouldn't have these crazy fluctuations in revenue. It's just very, very consistent. It doesn't drop off, and that's something I really liked. So I could see how much I was going to make every single month, and it would be similar, and it would compound over time. The next thing I liked was the ROI. So over a 1-year period, I would 10x my money, and that is it's a really insane multiplier that you don't see in many places. I also found that it was very easy to outsource compared to the old YouTube stuff I was doing. This stuff was very easy to outsource. There's just way less moving parts. So yeah, that's another positive. And because of that, essentially, it allows me to work less than 4 hours per week to kind of manage everything. And this was something that I really liked. This is one of the things I didn't have with ecom. It was so, I always had to have my eye on the ball. With this, it's set up in a way that I don't have to manage it that much, and it's one of the things I really love. So anyway, once I kind of found out this business model and I paid the mentor, I basically locked in, and I really went sicko mode, and I just grinded out 4,500 videos in about 6 months. And this might sound like a ton. One video takes around 5 to 10 minutes to make. So every single day I was doing probably 30 videos, and it doesn't take too long. 30 videos would take me a couple of hours, maybe like, 3-4 hours to make 30 videos essentially. But for 6 months, I just kind of grinded those out every single day just to see if this business model worked. And this is where we talk about, the real money side of it. So pretty quickly, I started making, around $2,000 passively per month from the channel I'd made. So the way that it works is once a video is posted, it will start generating money consistently. It doesn't really drop off. So the more videos you add, the more money you make. So all of the videos I'd uploaded onto that channel, they were kind of just making money now. They were just passively paying me. So I decided, okay, I'll double down, and I just continued making the videos. I started a second channel, and I grew that one to $2,000 very quickly as well. So within, a couple of months, I had kind of gone from complete beginner. I had no idea about YouTube search automation, and I had already scaled it to like $5,000 per month in profit. Because once you upload the videos, you don't have to do anything more, you can leave them. So it was literally pure profit. I was getting paid every single month. And then I realized that if I want to make a load of money with this, I basically have to go ahead and hire a team, and I just need to stop making the videos myself, which is when I decided to go ahead and sell my first channel. So I spoke to my mentor about it, and he was actually like, yeah, he's interested in buying the channel. So there's many people that buy channels. One of his strategies is he buys channels and basically holds them for a long time because it just keeps paying him. So I went to Serbia, and I sold my channel to him for around $20,000. So within 6 months, I'd gone from complete beginner to making $5,000 per month passively, and then I had 3 channels basically generating a couple thousand each, and then I sold the channel for 20K. So zero to like 40K profit within 6 months, and I realized then this is like an insane opportunity. But yeah, here's the photos. This is the mentor I had. This is us signing the documents of selling the channel. Afterwards, we went out some food, and this is Alex in Serbia. We went to Novi Sad, which is just an area in Serbia. But yeah, the summary of that is within 6 months, I'd started 3 channels, scaled to 5K passively per month, and then sold my first channel for 20K, totaling around 40K in profit within 6 months, which, it was crazy. So what I did was I invested in more teams. I hired people. I hired 2 guys full time to make the videos for me. So I kind of want to talk about now what moving forward, sort of our goal, where we're going to be at, that kind of thing. So after we went to Serbia, Alex decided that he thought this business model was very, very interesting. And what he decided to do was help me optimize the process. So he has got insane problem solving skills, and he basically took the process that we had of making the videos and he optimized it so much. The quality of the videos is insane now. The production cost is insane, and it's so easy to hire people with the new process we've got. So before, the process I had for these channels was a little bit tough to hire people. It just wasn't very streamlined, but now it's super streamlined. So we have 10 people hired full time, and we have a manager in place who basically tells them all what to do, which means it only takes us around 4 hours per week to work. So we just have to tell the manager, anything we have, we, give him that we pay them, just the small things just to, check on them. But for the most part, it's fully outsourced. At this point, we now produce around 6,400 videos per month from 10 employees, which sounds like a lot, but because the process is so streamlined, it's really, really easy to do. Now, moving forward in the future, our kind of goal is 30 to 50K profit consistently each month by Q4. Now, this is pretty achievable. Like, this isn't like crazy or anything. Like, we will definitely hit this range. All we just need to do is just make enough videos, and we'll be hitting that consistently. And something we've done now is we've got an investor. So we found an investor, and the investor has given us money to basically grow the channels. He gets a profit split, but it basically means for us it's zero risk now. And we basically can just take out every single money, all the money we make now, we can just take into our pockets. We give a little bit of a cut of some of the channels to the investor, and now we can just scale the channels to this amount of money, which will keep making us that for, you know, years to come. The way that it works is once a video starts ranking, it will rank for years. So you will get paid from these videos for years to come, meaning that once it gets to say 50k profit per month, in 3 years time, it will still be around 50k profit per month. Now, obviously it will drop off a little bit, but it might be like 40k profit, but it's just an insane business model that once you set up, it just gives you cash flow for such a long time. But essentially that's the story. That's kind of how I, went from sneaker reselling to drop shipping and e-commerce, and then into YouTube. And one thing I've realized along this kind of journey is that, and along this journey, I kind of didn't know what I wanted in terms of business. I knew I enjoyed business, I didn't know why. And what it was is that I just enjoyed the freedom from it. So now with the YouTube stuff, it pays me a great amount of money, and I now live in Thailand. I only have to work around 4 hours per week, and it just gives me so much time to do so much fun stuff. Like, I just really enjoy stuff like, we ride our dirt bikes all the time. I love fighting, so I train every day, MMA and Muay Thai. Snowboarding, I love snowboarding. I love surfing. And yeah, this is Volkanovski. He lives in the building I live in when he comes to do camps, so yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, like now from the YouTube stuff, it's kind of just given me the ability to just wake up and maybe spend like 30 minutes to an hour just checking on things, and then the rest of the day I can go out and do what I want. And this is kind of one of the biggest benefits of this business, is just the time flexibility you have with it. And this is something I just never thought was possible. But through all of this, all of these opportunities here, drop shipping, e-commerce, reselling, even the start of YouTube, I never thought any of this would be possible, because I always had to have my eye on the ball. But then when I switched to these tutorials, they just kind of, once they start making money, they just make money passively, and you can just outsource it so easily, and it requires such little time to manage, and it allows you just to kind of live life and pick what you want to do. But yeah, I hope you found that video useful and interesting. I hope it kind of gave you some motivation, because it's a lot easier than you think to kind of get this started. And then once you get it started, it just compounds over time, and very quickly it will blow up and you'll have a great success with it. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the Telegram. You can also DM me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.